This mini lesson is on the poetic devices of Walt Whitman. And we're going to learn why those poetic devices revolutionized poetry in America. And he's very often considered sort of the voice of America in the 19th century. So let's take a look at what's so special. The first thing is free verse. And this is really where Whitman leaves his footprint in the history of poetry. He suddenly frees the poet from rhyme or meter. And if you and we'll see as we read his poetry that one line might be 5 syllables, the next line might be 15, and it's much more emotional, the poetry, and he really plays more with sound and rhythms, but really takes off rhyme and meter, and doesn't give it as much importance as per se a sonnet might, where each sonnet it's always 14 lines. It's written in iambic pentameter. There's an octave and a sestet and so forth, where it's very specific, and the limitations are really put forth on the poet, and he just abandons it all. So that's what free verse means. It's poetry that doesn't rhyme and has no regular pattern of rhyme or meter. The catalog, and we are going to definitely see this in the first poem that we read, which is his very famous I Hear America Singing. And then he begins to list all of the different sounds of what makes America. And so a list of people, things, or attributes is a catalog, and it's basically what a catalog means, even in common vernacular. You forget like a Macy's catalog or a Sears catalog, you'd look through all the items that are listed there and are available in the store. Repetition and sound. And this can be the reoccurrence of words, phrases, but sounds as well. And this is really, I think, obvious when you start to hear the rhythm of his poems. And again, I'll bring this up in I Hear America Singing as well. The poem even talks about the sound of different of workers. So it's pretty cool. Parallelism, also called a parallel construction, and it's when ideas or sometimes a grammatical form are expressed and they're the same. So we call that a parallelism, and we'll see that again. The idea that is expressed over and over again is that in this poem that I keep bringing up, I Hear America Singing, is that each job has a different sound, and they all sort of make up what it means to be American. All of these different roles that people play in their lives. So here are just a couple of things to give us a taste of Walt Whitman and what we're going to really focus on as far as the literary elements to look at as we study Walt Whitman. So to review, the 4 things are, once again, he writes in free verse, and that's quite noticeable, especially in comparison to what we read previously, which is, for example, Anne Bradstreet, who writes in couplets, and also Psalm of Life by Longfellow. So free verse is 1. Second one is the catalog. Okay. The third thing that he does, of course, is repetition of not only sounds but words, and parallelism. And that's Walt Whitman.